Craig here from Your Tech. The Asus Ally is an impressive bit of kit. I'm still massively impressed with this and I use it all the time. Even though it's a few years old, it still stands up quite well when gaming, and the Steam remote play on it is absolutely immense. However, I have a problem. And the current problem I am dealing with is stick drift. Now, the thumbsticks in these are the bog standard thumbsticks that you get in most devices, and I want to replace them with some Hall effect ones. Now, I've been dealing with the stick drift issue by just increasing the dead zone. Even with me increasing the dead zone, they sometimes stick. Now, I've tried cleaning them out and stuff to no avail, it still happens, so I think their thumbsticks themselves do need replacing. And to be honest, that was my only criticism of this device, that instead of using Hall effect or TMR joysticks, they just used normal ones. And I'm going to replace these today. These are a pair of Hall effect joysticks that I got from AliExpress. They cost me £6.79 and should be completely compatible with the Asus Ally. Hall effect joysticks use a magnet and a sensor to work out whether or not the joystick has moved. This makes them really resistant to stick drift, so hopefully I won't have this problem again in the future. I could have gone for the upgraded TMR style joysticks, but for £6, I felt this was worth a punt either way. I'm going to go through this step by step, so if you at home need to follow along to do the exact same process, this should be a fairly easy yet comprehensive guide on how to take apart an Ally and swap out your joysticks. The first thing that you'll need is your Ally, a precision screwdriver of some description, a plastic spudger or some kind of plastic tool, your new thumbsticks, and optionally a magnetic parts tray. First, remove all accessories and or case from your Ally. Remove the 6 screws on the back of the device. Next, use a plastic spudger to separate the 2 halves of the shell. Push the metal clip holding the battery connector in place towards the top of the machine, and then pry up the battery connector. There is a small piece of captive tape that you'll have to remove before you release the ribbons. Use a plastic tool to release the clips on all of the ribbon cables. This can be quite fiddly, take your time and make sure you don't rip or pierce any of the ribbon cables. And then do the same thing on the other side with the other daughter board. Next, you have 4 screws on either side of the device that will need to be unscrewed. Once these are unscrewed, pull the daughter board away from the device, ensuring on the left hand side that you be careful of the ribbon cable that is slotted through the middle of the daughter board. Now that you have your 2 daughter boards in front of you, pull the plastic thumbsticks off, pulling directly away from the daughter board. Give these a quick clean while you've got them out. There are 2 tiny screws holding the thumbsticks in place. Unscrew these first. Use a plastic tool to pry up the plastic clips holding the ribbon cables in place. And then you should be able to just pull the thumbsticks away from the daughter board quite easily. And now it's as simple as slotting in your new thumbsticks, carefully plugging the ribbon cable in and screwing them down to the daughter board. Once both of the new thumbsticks are in, you can push the plastic thumbsticks back on top. You will see that I have unplugged the 2 cables for the vibration motors. This is not a step you have to do. I did this not realizing, so you can skip unplugging that cable. Next, place the daughter board on the right hand side and slot it into place. This can be a little bit fiddly. If there's a lot of resistance, double check and make sure that you're not crushing something or you've not placed it wrong. Once that's in place, screw in your 4 screws to hold it in and plug your ribbon cables back in. Do the same thing on the left hand side, being extremely careful to thread the ribbon cable through the center of the left hand daughter board without tearing it, ripping it or puncturing it. Now screw the 4 screws in to hold the left hand side daughter board down, plug your ribbon cables in, plug your battery connector back in. This can be a little bit fiddly, so take your time, use a plastic spudger if you need to, and engage the lock over the top of it once it's plugged in, and you'll be ready to put the back shell on. Wait! As you can see, I forgot to plug the ribbon cables in on the left hand side, had to disassemble the machine and plug them back in. Don't make my mistake, make sure you plug your ribbon cables in before you put your device back together, that is all. Give it a press around the sides as you put it in, and then you can screw your 6 screws back in place. Make sure that the screws have come out of the same place. 5 of the screws are the same length, but the bottom middle screw is a different length. It is a much shorter screw. I always recommend, if you've got a magnetics part tray, to ensure that you are putting your screws down in the same way that you've took them out of the device. So you basically have a map of where your screws have been and where they need to go back. Give your screen a wipe and then you can turn it on, set up the thumbsticks and calibrate them, and you're ready to game. Please be aware, because the battery's been disconnected, you may have to plug the device into a power source to be able to turn it on. And there we have it, we are gaming. This is Hogwarts Legacy being streamed from my main gaming PC. The thumbsticks are working beautifully, they feel very accurate, and everything's working good. You have just replaced the thumbsticks on your Asus Ally. Well done. And there we have it. As you can see, quite a simple upgrade for the Asus Ally. The thumbsticks now feel much more responsive and there is much less chance of me having to deal with stick drift again. So, quite happy. And for the sake of £6.79 from AliExpress, that's actually a bargain. What upgrades have you made to your handheld gaming machines and which ones have been worth it? This feels like it could be quite a good upgrade and I'm quite happy with it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if the guide below helped you, if you're going to follow along and upgrade your thumbsticks. I hope you enjoyed the video and hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye!